Cindy Gerard Franklestone, alias Cindy Franks, is on a paranormal time trip back in the year 1985. Cindy's landed a teaching job at Hogwood High, her old school. Cindy's mission is to protect her younger self from bullies. Every day Cindy picks up 16-year-old Sandy and Kitty, her girlfriend, to protect them from the torture they'd always suffered on the school bus. One day when Cindy drives up to Kitty's house, she sees Kitty running out the front door crying. "What's wrong, Kitty dear? It can't be that bad." "It's worse than bad, Mrs. Franks. Just now I heard Stan and Mom arguing in the bedroom about me. He told Mom if she doesn't get rid of me, they're through. And when I said something to Stan, he called me a fat bitch, and Mom didn't say nothing to him." Cindy and Sandy hugged Kitty. All three were crying. Sandy had more to say about Stan. "It's true, Mrs. Franks. Just yesterday, Kitty told me Stan got on her case about her weight. He says she's gross and ugly." And Kitty choked on her tears. "And what, Kitty?" "Mom took sides with Stan. She says Stan comes first, and if I can't get along with him, I could just go live with my dad. Boo!" "She never lets me live with Dad before, and now she wants to get rid of me." Cindy held Kitty, struggling to soothe her. "Oh, Kitty, you're the most precious, beautiful person in the whole wide world. That stupid Stan is a moron. Don't pay any attention to what he says. A lot of stepdads are like that, 'cause they don't like other men's kids. It's nothing personal." By now, Cindy was in a fighting mood. "Girls, in the car now! I'll take care of this!" Cindy's breath was hot and furious. She went up to the front door to tap on it. Naturally, Mrs. Hawkins didn't like that much. She appeared at the door, dressed only in a black negligee. "What the hell? Mrs. Franks, what's the idea banging on my door like that?" "What the hell did you say to Kitty to upset her so much, Mrs. Hawkins? She said you don't want her around anymore. Is that so?" Stan appeared at the door, and he was dressed only in a couple of towels he'd thrown on himself when he popped out of the shower to see what was going on. "Oh, knock it off! What goes on around here is none of your beeswax, Mrs. Franks." "It is when Kitty runs out in the yard crying because you made fun of her looks and ordered her to leave her own home like you owned the place. Who the hell are you to treat such a beautiful person that way? If I hadn't driven Kitty home, she might have gotten hurt in that bus wreck. She sat in the same spot each and every day on the right side seat just across from the driver. That part got smashed like an accordion, and if it hadn't been for me, Mrs. Hawkins, your child, Sandy's best friend, would have been sitting there. I know Kitty cramps Stan's style when he wants all your attention, but think about that." "You only drive Kitty because I give you permission, Mrs. Franks. You make me mad enough, and I'll take back my permission for you to drive her." "So you don't care how dangerous that bus gets, with all those kids throwing garbage at her, raising hell, and causing wrecks to you? If Kitty would lose 40 pounds, everyone would like her, Mrs. Franks. She's got a great personality." Cindy shook her head. "A bully is a bully is a bully because he's a bully, and for no other reason. So you're saying only skinny kitties deserve love?" I never said that, Mrs. Franks. What I meant is, bullies are attracted to people who look a certain way, just like flies get attracted to... Aha! I get your drift. Just like flies get attracted to dumpsters. Just throw out anybody who doesn't conform to society's concept of beauty. So what if a woman gets raped because she's too beautiful and she's got a fantastic figure? Does that excuse the rapist? I detect a bit of bias here. No, Mrs. Hawkins, it wouldn't make a dime's worth of difference if Kitty lost 100 pounds. Once you're the designated victim, you're always the designated victim. Kids crucified me for being tall and skinny. They picked on me for having freckles. Should I have gained weight and bleached my face to please the bullies? Should I have chopped my legs shorter to ward the bullies off? I guarantee you, even if every last girl on earth looked alike, bullies would still find some chick to torture. Mrs. Hawkins, don't forget, you promised Kitty she could do whatever she wanted, provided she stuck to her diet. She's done this, so she gets to ride with me as long as I'm a safe driver. Mrs. Hawkins waved her hands and sighed. All right, fine. All I ask is you gotta see where I'm coming from, Mrs. Franks. If Stan and Kitty are at each other's throats, you can't take it out on Stan. This could be my last chance to find true love before I grow old. If I don't put Stan first, I could lose him to some younger woman who will. Stan's an animal in the bedroom, and it sure is hard to find somebody like that. An animal in the bedroom who acts like an animal elsewhere has got a few problems. That's none of your business, Mrs. Franks. It is my business when poor little Kitty gets hurt. Before Kitty and Sandy got within 10 yards of Cindy, she heard them tiptoeing across the grass. Girls, what'd I tell you? Stay in the car. No can do, Mrs. Franks. Yes, Mom, you did say I could do what I wanted, and I lost 2 pounds this week, so I didn't cheat on my diet. I'm holding you to your promise. I choose to go live with my dad. I'm 16 now, and the judge said I could go back to Dad when I got that old. No more of this crap. You can stay with Stan till the day you die a lonely, skinny old woman. I'll get out of your life for good, and you'll never have to look at my fat, ugly body ever again. Sandy's face crumpled up. Kitty, no! They started hugging and crying, hanging on to each other for support. Cindy made it a huddle. Oh, my dear, sweet Kitty, my beautiful, precious friend. You've never hurt anyone in your whole life, and now this. Cindy was mad. I hope you can live with yourself now, Mrs. Hawkins. Another thing I want, Mom. If Sandy's dad says it's okay, I want to go stay with her till Dad wires me the bus fare. Her mom couldn't believe it. Kitty was too mild-mannered to speak her mind like that. May I please use your telephone, Mrs. Hawkins? Cindy wished Kitty had a cell phone so she wouldn't have to put the stupid woman out. Kitty and Sandy squeezed past Mrs. Hawkins and Stan. Kitty called her dad in L.A. just when he was leaving for work. When she told him how Stan had mistreated her with no objections from her mom, he was furious. But that changed to sobs of sheer joy when Kitty asked if he still wanted her back. She was old enough to make up her own mind now. Conrad Hawkins promised to arrange alternative schooling for his daughter and to provide everything else she needed for a happy start in life. He asked to speak with her mother. Very tersely, he told her he would take Kitty off her hands permanently if that would make her happy. She wouldn't have to endure Kitty's presence more than a day or two more, while he took care of the plane fare and bought things for her bedroom. Mrs. Hawkins got real catty when she spoke to her ex-husband on the phone. I hope you don't mind the grocery bill. She's put on a few pounds since you saw her the last time. All Conrad had to say was he would love every precious ounce of Kitty, and if Kitty ever overate, her mother drove her to it, because if he couldn't live with that woman, then Kitty sure couldn't. Cindy needed to call someone too. Could I use your phone as well, Mrs. Hawkins? Mrs. Hawkins only shrugged. Go ahead. At least after today there won't be any further excuse for you to drop by here. Cindy phoned the school and said there'd been a family emergency and asked that Sandy and Kitty's homeroom be notified they'd be late. In both families, Mrs. Franks? The office receptionist asked. Yes, believe it or not, in both families. Sandy and Kitty were horrified. They clung to each other and got out of that house as fast as they could. Lover boy Stan tried to hit on Sandy, but he didn't get very far. A hard knee stopped Stan dead in his tracks as Sandy slammed him against the door jamb. Ah, damn! I was only trying to be friendly, you crazy bitch! Cool your hormones, Tarzan. Last guy who got fresh with me sings soprano now. Mrs. Hawkins got in on the act too, and she grabbed a magazine and charged towards Stan. You dirty rat! Kitty was right about you! You did flirt with that woman at 7-Eleven! So what if I did? Shut your fat, ugly mouth, or I'll... Stan raised his beefy fist, but before he could do anything with it, a hard foot slammed into it. Stan waved his injured fist, cursing. Cindy swung at his gut with a flying hammer fist. Then she floored him with a neck chop, followed by a spinning roundhouse kick to the side. Yeah! You leave her alone! Mrs. Hawkins, has he been threatening you? Tell me the truth now. He said if I didn't get rid of Kitty, he'd kill me. Mrs. Hawkins felt safe with Cindy there. Together they threw Stan and all his junk out the front door. He hopped in his car and roared away. Now that more light had been shed on the situation, and Kitty finally knew the root cause of her mother's behavior toward her, she began to feel differently toward her mom. After further positive developments, Cindy had renewed hope that Kitty and her mom would see some improvement and healing in their relationship, although what was best for Kitty would always have to come first.